October 4th, 2007, my 13-year-old son, Stephen Odom, was shot and killed while walking home. And in the aftermath of Stephen's murder, 2 questions I asked. Who did it and why? And while those are 2 important questions to ask, there's another important question. Where did that gun come from that took my child's life?
So this is our program for today. We're going to learn where the crime guns come from, the risks and consequences of doing something called straw buying, and most importantly, how we can build safer communities together. How many people know somebody who's been shot? That's the whole room. If you know more than one person who's been shot, 2 people. How about 3 people? That's almost the whole room. The majority of these shootings are committed with illegally trafficked handguns that are put in the hands of people who can't get them legally. The important question is, where are they coming from? They're coming from this business of illegal gun trafficking that exists solely to put guns into the hands of people who can't get guns legally. We're going to identify a couple of common sources. Straw purchasers, it's people who buy guns for people who can't get them legally. Gun dealers, who either through negligence or outright corruption, sell to criminals. And gun shows, it's really private sellers who don't have to have a license and can sell guns without requiring people to pass background checks. Now, whenever there's a shooting, where does the media and the general public typically focus? This end of the pipeline, right? Do we ever focus on that end? No. So, if we arrest the shooter, how many guns have we taken off the street? 1. Now, if we can intervene at this stage of the pipeline and do something right at this moment between the gun dealer and the straw buyer, we can keep thousands of guns making their way onto our streets.
One of the most important things that everyone should know is if we make a decision to hold or to transport something on someone else's behalf, we share the same liability as that person that made that request of us.
Women hold the key that's going to turn that negative into a positive.
Take a pledge not to hide, hold, or store guns for someone else.
Each one, reach one, teach one, saving lives. That's what it's about. How many have been enlightened with new information since you've been in the room?
The NRA does not want us to connect, because once we connect, we start to make change. It's a force that has to be reckoned with. So I encourage and support everyone in this room to tell a friend, to embrace a friend, and don't let anyone tell you it's an urban issue. Don't let anybody tell you it's a suburban issue. It's an American issue.
Because you look at the kids in the room and you realize they want us to help them and to show them and to shape them.
It was standing room only. It just reassures me why I do what I do, and for that I am so grateful. We had action plans, but these kids came up with their own action plans. I'm like, okay.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
So for that, this moment, I am truly, truly grateful, and ain't no stopping us now.
We are the lipstick ladies.
Yes, we are.
Ladies involved in putting a stop to inner city killing. Having Mayor Menino in the room as being one of the mayors, along with Mayor Bloomberg, who started the Mayors Against Illegal Guns, and bringing it to life and understanding how we can be a part of changing the norms, the behaviors, and getting people to really think about how we are contributing sometime to the harm in the community, but we can turn that around. And we've learned that women hold the key to turning that negative into a positive.
Empower, and educate. And with that, we can change the norms.
I learned exactly what a straw purchaser is and how to recognize. Sometimes we just recognize the victim and the perpetrator, but we never say, well, how did he get it? Where did it come from?
The information that I did learn, I can teach others. And I was also thinking about asking if, like, for some way we could have, like, this lipstick meeting at the group shelter that I live at, because there's a lot of women there from all different walks of life, and everyone needs this information.
I am so impressed about the work that the Citizens for Safety is doing. I'm definitely going to get involved. I think it's really important that we ask the question, where did that gun come from? I was educated and informed on some issues I didn't know previously. We're going to make a change in this community, and I'm going to be a part of that. I can't believe it. I am a pioneer of change. I love it.
I found this meeting to be very, very informative. I really never looked at where guns came from. I never looked at how women are exploited in this way to purchase guns, becoming straw buyers. And so that was huge for me. And I know I'm going to make an impact with the young ladies that I work with to help prevent them from becoming straw buyers.
That really, really affected me, and I want to educate my girls for them to understand the consequence and how it could impact their future if they participate in trafficking guns. It's the groundbreaking work that needs to happen for us to go into our communities and eradicate this violence.
I already posted it on Facebook, so I didn't know how to tweet, but I do know how to go on Facebook, and that's what I did. So.
It's not only educational, it's healing, because we're making a difference in people's lives.